Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing my birthday hair and makeup that I wore this year, and I'm just going to be starting by priming my eyes using this PhotoReady Revlon eye primer, I believe it's called, and then I'm moving on to my brows. So I'm first of all filling them in with the blonde Dipbrow, and then I will be applying some M.A.C eyeshadow and also sculpting them out with the M.A.C Studio Fix concealer. Moving on from the brows, I'm just going to go in with a second primer. This is the Freedom Pro Eye Primer. I absolutely love this stuff, and it's only about £2.50 I think, so it's an amazing product for such a cheap price. But as you can see, I've just applied it all over my eyelid and also underneath my eye. I'm now going in with a skin tone powder. This is just the vanilla shade from my powder contour kit, and then I'll be going in with the Shadow Couture palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I'm first of all using a transition shade, which is Soft Peach. I'm then going to deepen up my crease even further with Morocco. I wanted a really nice warm brown smoky eye look this year, so I'm just going back and forward blending these shadows really well. I'm then taking Museum Bronze Pigment from M.A.C and applying this all over my eyelid. I didn't apply it with a wet brush to start with, but I will go back over it with a wet brush later on. I'm now taking that Fudge shade and just deepening up that outer corner and also the outer area of my crease, and then blending very well again just to make sure there are no harsh lines and edges. This is when I then went back on with the wet pigment. I'm now going in and applying a black liner all the way along my lash line and not winging it out. I'm then taking Noir again from that same eyeshadow palette and just smudging that eyeliner out just to add a really nice dark lash line. I'm using these Dollface House of Lashes eyelashes today and using their eyelash glue, and I'm just applying those as close to my natural lashes as possible. After I have primed my skin, I'm going in with the lightest shade of the Maybelline Dream Velvet Foundation. I'm also spraying the matte finish setting spray on the brush and then blending this foundation into my skin. So I'm just working on one area at a time because this product does set, and I find if I don't do this then it can be quite patchy and can lift off in certain areas. And then as you saw, I just blended it in fully into my skin using the Beauty Blender. I'm now just setting all of that foundation in place with a little bit of powder. I'm taking a couple of Pro Longwear concealers. One is NW15 and the other is NW20, and just creating a very subtle highlighted look with my concealer. So I've applied it down the center of my face on any blemishes or darkness and also underneath my eyes. I'm then going in with that same vanilla setting powder from my contour kit, and I'm just applying that on all of the areas that we applied the concealer. I'm now taking this contour from the Ultra Sculpt and Contour Kit from Makeup Revolutions, and I'm just going to be applying it to all of the areas that I want to contour and to shape my face with. So as you can see, I'm just applying it with an angled brush on everywhere that I want to diminish. So I'm also taking this down my nose as well, just to sculpt that out. And I'm also going to be blending out that nose contour with a little bit of bronzer. And as you can see, I'm just blending it on with a fluffier brush. It looks quite stark to start with, but I do go in with a clean fluffy brush and blend it out, and then I add bronzer to the rest of my skin just to tie everything together. Neaten up my nose contour further, I'm going back in with that vanilla shade and just pressing this right along the line that I have created. This just neatens it up in case you've gone too far over, and then I'm going back in with that face powder just to mute everything down because it was looking a little bit too dark. And then I'm just going back in with that pigment to make sure that none of it has disappeared and it's still nice and prominent. Going in with the highlighter from that Makeup Revolution sculpting kit and just applying it to all of the high planes of my face using the Anastasia Beverly Hills 23A brush, I believe it's called. I love this brush for highlight. And then to intensify my highlight even more, because this is such a dramatic look, I'm going in with my Starlight Illuminator from Anastasia Beverly Hills and applying it to my cheekbones, cupid's bow, and also a little dusting above my brows. I'm going in with Dim Infusion Blush, which is a really gorgeous rosy peach shade. I wanted a nice bronzy waterline, so I'm going in with Bourbon eyeliner from Urban Decay, and then I'm smoking that out along my lower lash line with a little bit of black shadow and also the orange shades. I'm going in with a really nice intense inner corner highlight, which is the Rose Gold Foil Eyeshadow from Makeup Revolutions. And to finish off this makeup look, I wanted a really gorgeous nude lip. This is a more warm toned nude, which I think paired perfectly with this eye makeup. But I just applied this intense velvet lip pencil from Maybelline all over my lips in the shade Nude Perfection, and then just set everything in place with a couple of setting sprays. So moving on to my hair, I used the medium sized barrel from my Octa wand, and I'm first of all applying the Gotta Be Guardian Angel Heat Protectant Spray all over my hair. As you can see, I have had my hair dyed. I'm a lot blonder now, so I need to take extra care in my hair. So once my styling tool is heated up to the correct temperature, I'm just sectioning off my hair in half and then just taking smaller sections and wrapping it around the barrel, holding it for 10 seconds and then letting go, just to give a really sort of natural, simple wave that just looks really effortless and really pretty. But that is just how I did my hair. I just copied this all over my rest of my head, and then that was the look completed. I just ran my fingers through once I've curled all my hair and it had cooled down, and applied some beauty oil just to smooth it and keep it extra shiny. And then here is the completed finished look. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch it, and I will talk to you all very soon.